So Ricardo, you're an awesome entrepreneur. You have like 3 businesses right now?
Yeah, I have 3 companies, yes.
3 companies on internet. You're making around 1 million euros per year.
Yes.
And you have like a great lifestyle. You travel a lot. You don't work so much. And you have a very efficient team?
Well, the part of working not so much is not really true, because I like to work, I like what I do. So I work a lot, but...
But do you feel it's work?
Yeah. Like 80% of the work I like very much.
Okay.
There is always like 20%, the accounting part, the team management sometimes, but usually I like very much, yeah.
Okay. And so I wanted to interview you because not only you are a great entrepreneur, but you are also, which is very interesting, an ancient worldwide champion of karate.
Yeah, it's true. It happened in 1993. I was 20 years old and I was world champion in what we call senior. But to be senior, we had to be 21 at least. Okay. So I was like pre-senior, but nevertheless I was world champion, and I was the first Portuguese to be that, yeah.
Yeah, the first Portuguese in the world to be worldwide champion. Yeah. And you share with me very interesting stories about how you became a worldwide champion, because it was not easy, of course, obviously.
Well, it's not easy, and it was a long way. Like I shared before in offline. Myself, I had a problem with my hair. So my hair fell when I was 9 years old, around 9 to 11. And I was already passionate about martial arts. So it gave me a big excuse to train. So I began my training, and it was a long training, because in the beginning I was very clumsy. I was not good enough. I didn't have the skills, and I didn't have the talent, the natural talent. I had to build myself to get that talent. And of course I had the will behind me to get it, but because I had a great master, and that makes the difference in martial arts and in life, of course. And
yes, so
pushed me hard.
Yeah, you share with me that for a while you were training twice as hard as everyone else.
Exactly.
And still you didn't get results.
No results.
No results. So
no results.
How long did it?
I think I trained in both dojos. I was training twice, like you said.
Because you went to 2 dojos at the same time.
Yes.
Did they know?
Yeah, they know, because it was the same master.
Okay.
It was the same master. So I thought I have to do something. So I said, okay, I have to train more. If I train more with my master, I'll become better. So I think I did that for at least 4 years in a row.
4 years and no results.
No results.
You were bad. You were beaten.
Well,
in the...
I cannot say I was bad, but I wasn't top, and I was aiming the top. I was like maybe the 4th, sometimes the 3rd.
So,
but
not good enough.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
So
comparing what was I training, not good enough.
And at the time you were competing not to be a worldwide champion, but just the champion of Portugal.
Yeah.
Which is the first step, right?
Exactly.
So, and finally you become a champion of Portugal. So
yes.
What made the difference between the guy who trained twice as hard and didn't get results, and the other, the one who won?
I think you know, and maybe some of the persons that are watching this interview, there is something called NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which calls about modeling. I didn't know nothing about neuro-linguistic programming, but I did the same thing about modeling. In 1991, I went to a world champion, and it was in Switzerland, and I didn't win anything. I just lost in the first fighting. But there was a guy there, an American, which is a Portuguese origin. That was very interesting, because he was smaller like me, he was thinner, and he was like 38 years old. So he was older than the other guys. But he beat everyone. So I was surprised. So I tried to model everything, the breathing, the way he puts the hands, the way he would fight, the way he would enter, the way he would move, even if he wasn't fighting, but the way he moved, the way he breathed, everything. I was modeling everything. So when I came to Portugal in the year after, I went to the national championship, and I won. Just doing the things that he did. Just following those steps.
Wow. So I think we can summary what you told us, like first you saw that someone who were like had the same body as you could make it.
Yeah.
So it was like a breakthrough for your mind.
Connection, immediately connection.
Yeah, you were thinking, oh, if this guy can do it, I can do it.
Exactly.
And it was like a proof.
Yeah, and more, he's older than me.
So I should be even better than him.
Exactly.
Ah.
He's older than me. He has more than like 18 years or 19 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so or 20.
Yeah.
So like I have more strength than him for sure. So
interesting.
Yeah.
And then you also watch him very closely and decided to model everything he did. I mean, a lot of things he did,
Wow.
and it made the difference.
yes, it makes big difference, huge difference. And I also did something that is very important. I just got out of my comfort zone and I went and speak with him. I tried to speak a little bit with him. I tried to find out what he did, what he was doing, the way he was training, who he was training with, and so I found a few things that make like a tiny difference, but a huge difference in a medium. How can I say? In a medium time in the future. So it was like a right like results immediately, but results in like a few months it should come up with a big result like it did.
So Tony Robbins says that often the difference between being good and being great is 2 millimeters.
Exactly.
He speaks about like the little things that makes a big difference. And what is the case?
Completely.
It was like
It was like tweaking few little things because I had the technique. I trained a lot, so I had the technique, but I missed the mindset and I missed a few things that was very important to make the difference between good, very good, top and outstanding, and I was only good. So that was the main difference, those 3 things.
And it's a meeting with this guy who taught you.
Yeah, it was a breakthrough. It was a breakthrough because he said to me, I don't care who I have in front. I don't care. I just make my moves. I don't care his moves. I just play my game.
Yeah.
It makes
And you were not shy about talking to him and asking him questions?
Well, we are always a little bit shy when comes. He was already a world champion. He was already, I think, twice world champion. So it's always a little bit intimidated. But I found a little bit rapport, even though I didn't know nothing about rapport. But I found that he was from Portugal. His origins, his father was from Portugal. So
he was American, but from Portugal origin.
yeah, his fathers were his parents. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his father and his mother was
So
from
it helped
Portugal.
you to talk to him, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm from Portugal.
Exactly. I just start from there.
So it's not rocket science, huh? Like you said, we are always intimidated when we see people that like had the achievement we are aiming for, but we can talk to them. It's nothing.
Yeah.
You just, hey, I'm from Portugal. I know your father is from Portugal, and it's a start of conversation.
No, I just thought, well, no, it's guaranteed. If he says no, it's something that is already guaranteed. So why not try it?
Yeah. And it made all the difference.
Yeah, huge difference. Then we became friends. Then he helped me a little bit also.
He became your mentor.
Yeah, he became one of my mentors in martial arts also, and also he's an entrepreneur. So.
Really? So he also like talk to you or share with you, maybe not intentionally?
Yeah, and he was, at the time, he didn't have his own company. He was a salesman, and he was one of the best salesmen in New York. So in the state of New York, and it's a huge achievement because, as you know, New York is big.
It's very competitive. Yeah.
So, and he was thinking in having his own company, which he did. Yeah, which he did.
Great. And so it was the first step. You became a national champion of Portugal. So how many times were you a champion?
3 years in a row.
3 years in a row, and you were aiming to be a worldwide champion.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at the time. But my master always wanted his students to achieve more than he did, and I'm grateful to have because my master was my first role model as a teacher, as a person, and as a martial art guy, and as an entrepreneur. Because today he's a very big entrepreneur in Portugal, and. Well, so he put that in my mind. He put that in my mind. He put the seed, like it is possible. It is possible to get there. So I was invited because he put the word so I can be invited to go to and be what we call a uchidashi. Uchidashi is like a disciple of a Japanese master. And well, it happened. So I was invited, and I didn't have any money because I was studying and I was teaching also martial arts to pay the studies. And the invitation came and I thought, yeah, I have to go. I don't have the money. Don't care. I will find a way. I will find a way. So what I did, I had a collection of comic books.
Yeah.
The Marvel, Iron Man, Spider-Man, all those. And I had a huge collection. So I sold that. I made some money with that. And I had also a motorbike that I sold. I got the money and I flew to United States.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you sold some stuff you were like attached to, right?
Yeah, completely.
It was
attached.
kind of a sacrifice.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but you knew what was most important in your life.
Yes.
And it was definitely not the Marvel.
No, because something in my gut felt that would be the moment that would be like a big change, not only for martial arts, but as a person also, as a person that I want. Because I didn't say, but when I was 9 years old, I saw a Sinclair, a Spectrum, which is a computer that...
Yeah,
has
like a
for-
very old computer.
Very old, very old. And when I saw that, I became like passionate about it. And I thought, someday I will have something related to this. And I don't know why, but on that date when I was invited, that came to my mind. It was like, okay, I think it will help also to my life and to my future. So I just flew and went there. And I stayed there for 3 months with my Japanese master, and it was one of the best months of my life. I cannot say that in the beginning, if I was in that moment, I wouldn't say what I'm saying now, because the first days it was very, very hard. It was very hard. But I understand why it was hard, and well, the experience was highly motivated. And when I came, the world champion was in the year after, and I became world champion.
So the training of this Japanese master help you like a lot becoming a worldwide champion. So what was the difference? What did he teach you that you apply and made the difference?
Well, one of the things is he cut it completely my limit beliefs, because we always have some limit beliefs that we cannot do it, it's difficult, the word of no, and because we are Latin, and the Portuguese people have always the word no in their mouth. So he cut completely the no, and for example, he would put me on Thursday nights. We have a lot of people coming from other dojos. And we have like a lot of fighting during at least 3 hours. And so the guys that were there, like me, Uchidashi, that we were two, me and a German guy, and then the German guy went away and came another Portuguese. But we always two. And we would start with the weakest guys fighting, and we would end with the toppest guys. So when we would reach the toppest guys, we were completely tired. We were completely...
Yeah, exhausted.
Yeah, completely exhausted. So we had to find ways to stand up, to step up our limits. Because when we reached those guys were the top. But we couldn't arrange excuses like saying, "Oh, I'm tired." Because I said that on the first day, on the first fight, and my master said, "Oh, are you tired? Perfect. After the training, you're gonna clean all the building." And you're going to clean the toilets, and you're going to cut the grass. And I asked, at 2 a.m.? Yes, at 2 a.m. So I was like cleaning the everything and cutting the grass at 4 a.m.
So you had a great training to push your boundaries, and you saw that you could do it.
Yes.
Even if in your mind you were tired, your body could do it. It was just a question of mindset.
Yeah.
So your master helped you a lot overcome your mindset limitation.
Completely.
Yes.
Completely. The mindset just changed me. Today I say that, for example, quitting is not part of my dictionary, because I don't believe in quitting.
Yeah.
I believe in persistence. I believe in try to find another ways to make it work. And the mindset that the Japanese master gave me was one of the key things was that it just pushed me so hard, and at the same time pushing hard, achieve, but stay humble. Because I had I think it was after the first month I became very, very good. Immediately after the first month, because he gave me some tweaks and it made a huge difference. So I have a day where I beat everyone, even the top guys that were there, even the Portuguese, even the American guy that was my model.
Oh, wow.
I beat him.
Wow.
I beat him in one day. So my master was very, very happy. He was like, hey, oh, Ricardo is so good, so amazing. So my ego just went to the roof.
Yeah.
So in the day after that, just my master put me some more training there, and did some exercise that exhausted me completely. So I fought again against the same guys, and I was completely beat up. So my master said, "Oh, Ricardo, yesterday was so good, but today shit." So I just realized that I have to be humble.
So it taught you how to manage your ego, because
Exactly.
the ego can be one of the biggest obstacles to success.
Yeah,
It's very interesting.
completely agree.
So great. So yeah, you share with us the techniques he taught you to overcome your mindset limitation on your ego. Did he taught you like some specific techniques to be just like more efficient at what you did?
Yeah, we were always very, very focused on what we did. We did some meditation techniques, of course, also, but there was one of key things that put me in a completely aware state, always aware of everything, which was, my master said, okay, every time I enter to the dojo, you have to be at the door.
You have to be at
The door.
the door.
Yeah, my master told us that you have to be always at the door. It doesn't matter what time it is, 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 in the afternoon or 9 at night, you have to be at the door when I arrive.
But the dojo was huge, right?
Yeah.
Like, so how could you do it?
Well, that worry that put us in our mind.
Because what would happen if you don't,
We would.
if you're not at the door?
We were a very, very challenged day,
Oh,
for sure.
okay.
A lot of work, a lot of manual work, like the same thing, cutting grass, painting something, almost like Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
With Mr. Miyagi, like turning
Yeah,
the guy
almost the
to
same
paint
thing.
his barrier. Yeah.
Yeah, that image came to my mind when I was there. So we became very, very, very sharp on that, and that helped me a lot to see people, to observe people, to be aware what is happening, to team management, to a lot of things that kind of awareness gave me in terms of personal side. Of course, the fighting part, huge, but
All the mindset, ego,
the mindset.
managing, and awareness.
everything.
Gave you a lot
Yeah,
of
I think the word is mindset. The mindset completely changed, because the mindset is the sum of everything, like awareness, to be stronger, not quitting, all those things. So it was amazing. Yeah.
Wow. So it was a few years ago, and now you're an entrepreneur. I mean, you were like a school teacher for karate for years.
Yeah.
You told me you had a school with a 400
Yeah, I
students,
almost
right?
reached 400 people.
My God. All right.
Yes.
But now it's a bit behind you, even if you're still practicing. But you're an entrepreneur. So
Yep.
how did everything from karate makes you a better entrepreneur now?
Well, it makes a lot, because as an entrepreneur we have a lot of failures. We also have failures, and it's very easy to not to be motivated and to feel that the world is against us, and or the things are not working at the same time, and we are doing things and the things are still not working. Like the same as me when I was training and not working, but suddenly it clicked. And I believe that in entrepreneurship I also had the same thing. I have a lot of failures, and but then the things start to get it right, and So it helped me a lot to make that kind of mindset, not quitting, and at the same time to find always the models, like I did with Alex, to find always models that I can copy, that I can also apply those rules, because like Tony Robbins says, success leaves clues, and that is very, very true. And but I think the main thing is not quitting and the persisting, and of course learning is either you win or either you learn, not lose.
Or also you learn, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the key things.
So learning and persistence.
Yeah, learning and persistence. That's the main. Of course, then you have a lot of things that is important that helped me a lot. To be a teacher in a school like martial arts, it gave me a lot of training how to manage a team, how to because I manage my team in a different way. I manage my team almost like a dojo, because the dojo have some rules, some ethical rules that you have to apply, and also the respect between people, all that philosophy I transport also to my company. That's my company called Kamai. And Kamai, it's Kamai. And Kamai is a Japanese word that means to be alert. It's a position of guard. It's a position of being alert.
Very interesting. Of vigilance.
Yes. So I just transport that to the company also.
Well, awesome. Thank you for sharing this amazing story. And as you can see, I mean, there is a lot of things that you can take as an entrepreneur. You don't have to become a worldwide champion of karate or kung fu or anything else, but you can see that to be very good at what you do, you have a lot of things in common in whatever field you are. Even if you are an entrepreneur in, I don't know, food, or or you want to create a startup, or you're a blogger, when you want to be very good, you have to manage your ego, to have a great mindset, and to learn specific techniques to be better at what you do, no matter what. And Ricardo, he knows what he's talking about. I mean, he had been a champion, worldwide champion, and not a lot of people can say that in the world actually. So I hope you paid a lot of attention to what he said. Obviously, if you're still watching this video, it's because it was interesting for you. So what I would ask you now is to choose one thing you want to apply right now in your life and apply and test it to see if it works for you. Because if you don't choose anything you will apply in your life, this video was just intellectual masturbation, which is like pleasant but not very effective. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Ricardo, for sharing this with us.
Really?
Yeah.
The dojo was huge, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to be.
Wait. Not good.
No, sorry, Make. The cameraman is not allowed to come. It's like impossible.